Namaste children, welcome to Merrymoppetsguild, fun and exciting STEAM learning lab. Let's see how fun it is to learn Newton's laws of motion with this ball launcher. For this ball launcher, we need a paper cup, a balloon, a small plastic ball, a sticky tape and a paper cutter. We have to take the paper cutter and cut the bottom of the paper cup. Now take the balloon, tie the open end of the balloon into very tight knot. With the help of the scissors, cut open the other side of the balloon. Now stretch the balloon over the paper cup. Now with the help of the sticky tape, stick the balloon to the paper cup. Now load the paper cup with the ball and pull the balloon back and fire the ball. Before learning the laws of motion, let's talk about the eminent scientist Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton found that gravity is what stops us from flying off from Earth and into space. He is also famous for his 3 laws of motion. These 3 laws of motion affect everything that moves around us. When we talk about how things move, we come across a term called force. Force is any push or pull on an object. Now let's learn what are 3 laws of motion. First law of motion. Newton's first law of motion is the law of inertia, which says that an object that is at rest and not moving will stay at rest until some force makes it move. And any object that is moving will keep moving until a force stops it. Now the ball is in the state of inertia and it moves. Now let's learn the second law of motion. The greater the force, the greater the acceleration. The greater the mass, the greater the force needed to move the object. 2 objects with different weights, that is mass, will need different forces to move them and the acceleration levels will be different. So the formula used here is force is same as mass times acceleration. The greater the force, the greater the acceleration. Children, now try changing the force given to the ball and observe how far the ball flies. And then change the weight of the ball. Take a heavier ball or lighter ball or a PomPom or even a coin or small stones and see how much force is needed to change the acceleration. Now let's move on to third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Forces are always found in pairs. If the forces are equal in opposite directions, the objects will not move. The forces cancel each other out so that the acceleration is 0. If one force acting in one direction is greater than the force acting in the opposite direction, the object will move. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. When the force is exerted to the ball hits the wall, bounces, comes and hits the stool and it stays in the inertia. Interesting, isn't it? Now you should try this experiment at home and learn Newton's laws of motion. Thank you, children.